Okay, we estimate that Mr. Kitty is about 6 months old. As you all know, we got him when we got the car. He was a stray. But he weighs 8.5 pounds. But now it is Mr. Kitty's training. Mr. Kitty, stand. Stand. Yeah, he won't eat it unless it's on the ground. Now, at first he was jumping to get food, but what I do is, now he kind of knows his name, which is Kitty, which I'm going to have to call him Kitty to make sure he knows it. Stand. Let's see, he just kind of. So what I'll do is, it's easier to train your critter when they're little, because once they get big, sometimes I think it's harder, and it all depends on the animal. Okay. Now, well, Mr. Kitty, I didn't say the magic word. Stand. 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 It's hard with the camera one-handed. Okay. Well, for some reason, he doesn't want to eat out of my hands. So I'll do this like maybe 4 or 5 times, like 3 times a day. And, okay, you're going to get something else. You're getting eager. It might look, he does know what he's doing, Mr. Kitty. Stand. 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 Because he usually stands a little prettier than jumping all crazy at me. Because usually if he sees a tree, he's like leaping through the air. Okay. Stand. Stand. Mr. Kitty, stand. There you go. There's your treat. So this is going to be his first trek. You guys didn't really see him. He may be on some really old videos on YouTube or something. I don't know if he found that snack or not. I couldn't see, so I guess I'll give him another one. I just want to make sure. That you're spoiled as anything, yes. Okay, let's go, Mr. Kitty. But my Boston Terrier did a bunch of things, but by the time that I met Clay, he was pretty old, so I kind of didn't make him work so hard. But he actually enjoyed it. Stand. Okay, this is a pretty snack. So we'll see what we can teach Mr. Kitty. I heard that Maine Coons are real easy to teach on the leash, and Mr. Kitty kept trying to run outside every time the door opened, so I put him back on the collar and the leash, because what happens is if he takes a flying dash towards the door, he remembers that that he's on the leash, so he doesn't run out so quick. And then I just don't want it to, have him get hurt or anything. So I want him to be an inside cat. So he has to stay on the leash, because that way when he goes outside, he's not sure he's on the leash and he doesn't run and act crazy. So he just, goes on the leash. And they say Maine Coons are pretty easy to train on the leash. Yeah, you like me because you think I got something for you. Oh, he likes me. He's a good boy. Did Mr. Kitty? Did you get your treats? Cat training has begun. It's fun to do tricks, and they get little treats and stuff like that. So, but I had my Boston Terrier did quite a lot of tricks, and it was fun. It was fun for him and us and stuff like that. So, it's just a little fun game to play. Keeps them active, keeps their mind busy, and helps them. So they like that. And he likes to get scratched, huh? He liked to get scratched. And hey, like my little harness, it took me forever to figure out how to put this on. And this actually, he's going to get a new one, because this one he got into it somehow. That was right. That was right. Sometime I'll have to do a video on how to put a harness on. So, but he likes his harness, huh? We blinged it out the other day, didn't we? You get to wear jewelry, but his hair is so long that it's hard to see anything on him. So, that's Mr. Kitty. So. And Clay's not one to, when we first get an animal, too, Clay's not one to worry about the sex. It's like we don't spend a lot of time sexing, because usually you kind of figure it out later. But what happened with Mr. Kitty was a little unusual, because Clay just said you can have the cat kind of thing. And so I didn't know, but they drop, if you know what I mean. I don't want, I know I've got kids that watch the show, but they drop their stuff. So his stuff, we didn't know at first, because Clay just kind of at the beginning, he looks at the cat, but he didn't really like pat him all over him like I was. And then one day I said, "Hey Clay, I think Kitty's not a I think Kitty is a is not a girl. I think that Kitty is a, here he's up there. I think Kitty is a boy, and Clay goes, bring him over, let's see, and sure enough. But then I read up on it, and I found out that sometimes that happens. So he must have been pretty young when we got him. So I had no idea, but I just didn't notice because not that I'm checking things out all the time, and Clay just usually, he doesn't, unless he's doing something with the animal, like, oh, that's what you want. If he's doing something with the animal, like, selling it, or we're going to breed with it, he doesn't bother. As I know it sounds funny, but it's just because just how it is. And with the cat and stuff, he liked the cat. He just, kind of lets him adjust and be. So anyway, that was kind of funny because Clay was laughing at me, I think, a little bit. But sometimes that happens, so I guess. So thus, Miss Kitty has become Mr. Kitty. And there's this nice paws, too. That's a nice big paw. And look, he's got fur in it. They got those tufted fur. So he keeps me company during the day. So anyway, that's the deal on cats and things like that. I know, like I said, I know it sounds pretty stupid, but Clay just kind of lets me, like if I pick an animal, he kind of lets me, like I picked the cat, he had the guinea pigs, just kind of rule the day with them. But with Mr. Kitty, Clay has, I think he's going to rank up with the chickens, even though Clay says he only loves chickens that much. But he's wearing on Clay because he loves Clay. He has to lay on his lap. He has to be with Clay. I get tickled. So, anyway, that's the scoop, guys. If you're wondering about the name change, kind of, and things, if you've been watching the Maine Coon thing, that's what happened, and that's because I'm a newbie. So, Clay had a good laugh at me. So anyway, like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.